I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm about to buy a Rolex Explorer 1 at the AD.
Hey, what is up guys? My name is Oleg, this is Bond. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special video because I bought a Rolex Explorer 1. So here's the story behind this purchase and my experience of buying a Rolex stainless steel model at the authorized dealer. First off, a little bit of background behind this purchase. If you've been following the channel for a little bit, you probably noticed that in the last year or so, I actually bought a few of my Grail watches, one after another. And it's not because I won a lottery and it's not because I'm super well off or anything like that. I've been saving for these watches for years. I've been planning these purchases for a long time. It just happened that they were all lined up one after another. I've been planning to buy this watch, or actually I had a list of 3 watches that I wanted to buy, whichever one I could find, and I also had an order in which I would want to get these watches. So number 1 is a Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi. Now, if you know anything about the watch, you know that that one is pretty much impossible to buy. I went to so many different ADs across the country, in my city, many times, and everywhere I went, pretty much I got the same response. Hey dude, who the hell are you? Get out of here. You're not gonna get this watch. So for a regular guy like myself, getting that watch is pretty much impossible. The second watch on the list was this Rolex Explorer 1. Well, not this Rolex Explorer 1, but a Rolex Explorer 1. And the third one was a Tudor Black Bay 58. That is a great watch, but ultimately I decided between the Explorer and the Tudor. I'd rather have the Explorer than the Tudor. A few reasons why. I already have many divers in my collection that are fantastic divers, so I really don't need another diver. Like, I need another watch, but I really don't need another diver in the collection. And number 2, this might sound snobby, but I'd rather have the Rolex than the Tudor. I feel like for me to truly enjoy Tudor, I need to have all the, or not all, but the Rolex models that I truly want before I move on to Tudor, because Tudors are also not cheap watches. Sure, that watch is less expensive than this watch, but it's not cheap by any means. So if I spend money on that watch, I wouldn't be able to buy this one. Well, last week, my girlfriend and I, we went to Toronto and we went to Montreal for a little trip getaway. I went to a few ADs in Toronto, I went to some ADs in Ottawa, and pretty much everywhere I got the same response. Dude, get the hell out of here. We don't have any stainless steel Rolex sports models, and even if we did, we wouldn't sell them to you because we have waiting lists for all of them. The last city that we visited on our trip was Montreal. It was the weekend of Formula 1 Grand Prix. The whole city was crazy busy. There were thousands, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people everywhere. The whole downtown was like a party because they had different events and exhibitions for Formula 1. So my positivity in finding this Explorer 1 or any stainless steel sports model from Rolex were very low, because I thought, hey, it's all in downtown, there's thousands of people, probably some of these people have a lot of money, so me walking into AD and picking up one of these watches, no chance. Well, guess what? I still decided to go, and that should be a lesson to all of us. Even if you really doubt it, still try. Still do it, maybe you will get lucky. And guess what? I did get lucky. I went inside of the store. They had so many different brands, including Rolex, of course, and they had this watch on display. They actually had a few nice watches. They had this, they had the two-tone Rolex Submariner. Not really my cup of tea, but I know that watch is also kind of tough to find. And of course they had all the Rolex Datejust, the Yacht Masters, the white gold Submariners. They had all the standard watches, but they had this stainless steel Rolex Explorer 1, which is a fairly tough watch to find. It's not the toughest out there, but the waiting list, from what I hear, is about 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year, and that's if you're lucky to get on the waiting list and to actually pick one of these watches up, because a lot of times that waiting list really does go up. So when I walked in, I saw this watch. Instantly in my head I have a dilemma, because I was planning to buy this watch this year, but I wasn't planning to buy it that early on. Well, I kind of was. I was hoping to buy it because I was going to the ADs, but the hope was very low. It was more of a okay, I'll go. I guess I'll see. And here it was. So I didn't buy it right away. I actually went out for coffee with my girlfriend. We walked around Montreal a little bit, stopped by some of these Formula One events for about a couple of hours. I had to think about it. I really had to weigh my options because I did just buy a few of my Grail watches, so the funds were a little depleted. Again, I was still saving for this watch, so I still had some funds for this watch. And I came back and decided, hey, what the hell? I'm gonna go ahead and buy this watch. Here are some clips of me buying the watch at the store. You have to forgive the awful lighting and probably the audio because I was just filming it on my cell phone. Well, my girlfriend was filming me on the cell phone, so the quality is not the greatest, but it's something. And after these clips, I'm gonna come back and tell you a little bit more about the experience of buying the watch.
Hey guys, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm about to buy a Rolex Explorer 1 at the AD. So scary. Very nerve-wracking. My heart is racing. That's how I know it's the right decision to make. So right now we're just waiting for one of the reps to come by with my watch. Very excited still. Even more nervous and scared now. Drinking some water, keeping hydrated. Oh man. Excitement level at 110 degrees, 110%.
People do wait
Yeah.
till we get it. We call them, they come take it, and some believe like they'll find it somewhere else. So
I see.
come.
They just look around.
But who knows?
I see.
Who
I
knows?
see.
Swim, you shower, you do any activity.
This is the watch,
They're
yeah.
very robust watches, so you cannot go wrong, and they're made for you to wear. No matter what you are doing. There's no activity that requires for you to remove a Rolex watch off your wrist. The activity doesn't exist in shorter.
I see.
So now
Yeah.
we'll try it like that because the weather is not like really steamy and hot. There we go.
Yeah, so it's just a little loose.
You know, seriously, I wouldn't remove a link. I'll do it with the
Yeah, just move
the
one over.
adjustment
Yeah.
inside.
How many is there left? Is there 3 in total? So one you can move,
It is
one
in the
or
center.
2.
It
I
is
see.
in the center.
So maybe
So
one
we can
closer.
expand or make smaller.
Make tighter.
Tighter, for sure. Yeah.
All right, so I just paid an obscene, well, at least to me, an obscene amount of money for a watch, Rolex Explorer 1. It's been a dream watch of mine for a really long time. I can't believe it's here almost. Just paid. The watch is getting resized upstairs.
I can't believe you did it.
I can't believe I did it either, but it feels good. It feels right.
You see, before it was too loose. This doesn't look loose, but we can use always. If it feels a little tighter,
Yeah.
because you don't want to wear it looser.
Yeah.
But
All right, so the watch is resized. It's on my wrist. I paid for it already, as I said earlier. Still have the stickers. Now that it's fitting well, I just want to test it out while we do the paperwork, see if it fits well on the wrist. I think this is the right measurement.
it's about 35 times, and it will be fully power reserved.
That's
Now,
right.
we pull one more notch,
Yeah.
and we set the time. So let's see the digital. You see what I'm doing? I'm going backwards first. Instead of straight going forward, what I do is I apply some weight and turn it backwards. When I feel like it's set in its place, that means the threads are aligned. So I don't force the threads accidentally.
We just came out of the Rolex AD and I got the watch on my wrist. We sized it, we removed all the stickers, we shined it up, and it's here. I can't believe it. And now I am excited to go walk around, get some dinner.
As you can probably tell, I was super excited and super nervous in the store and throughout the whole process because it's a lot of money. Well, at least to me, it's a lot of money that I spent on this watch. So I bought it at retail, of course, for $7,500 Canadian dollars plus taxes. So it's not a small chunk of change for me. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of my savings. So that's why it was nerve-wracking and very exciting. A few things that you should probably know when you go ahead and buy one of these watches. Number one, you're gonna spend a little bit of time at the store. The whole process took about 1.5 hours. You have to fill out some paperwork. They ask you some questions. You really want to look around at the watch. Sizing of the watch takes a long time, so expect to be in there for about 1.5 to 2 hours. Second thing to remember is to bring 2 pieces of ID, especially if you're paying with a credit card, because the ADs, they're not stupid. They don't want you to dispute the charge on your credit card, so you will need 2 pieces of ID, plus you will need that for the warranty anyways. So when you go, remember to bring your IDs. Number 3, you're gonna get a lot of looks. So as I said, we were in the store for about 1.5 to 2 hours. And while you're sitting there and going through the paperwork and buying it, and they keep on going back and forth, resizing the watch and all this kind of stuff, removing the stickers, setting the time. It all takes a long time for them because they want you to enjoy the experience. But either way, when you're sitting there, a lot of people walk in and walk out, especially in a store like this where they sell a lot of different brands. So you do get a lot of looks like, hey, who the hell is this guy? He's buying a Rolex. So something to expect. It didn't bother me, but something you should probably be aware of. Number 4, the sales associate knows a lot about watches, and he or she wants to tell you as much information as possible. So I think just be open-minded and take it all in. Maybe you will know more information than them, but I think it's still nice to let them speak and let them tell you all this information about the watch, because of course they expect a lot of people to walk out or walk in from the street that have no knowledge about watches. So they want to explain every little detail, every little thing about the watch, and you might already know it. So just expect that. Expect a lot of explaining about the watch. Even though this is a simple 3-hander, no date, no other complications, it still was a lot of explaining, a lot of things that you should remember and keep in mind about the watch. So expect that. And number 5, expect the whole experience to fly by very quickly. Even though it took about 1.5 hours to 2 hours to purchase this watch, it all flew by really quickly. So try to be in a moment, try to be present, try to enjoy that as much as possible, because it's all gonna fly away and it's a cool experience to remember. Alright guys, so that was the story behind this purchase and what you should expect when you're buying one of these watches at the authorized dealer. I think I got lucky at finding this one. I think I got lucky with my Grail. The lesson here is don't give up, and also plan ahead, but you can't have that perfect plan because life comes up, things come up, so your plans have to change and evolve. Try to be flexible, but of course, plan ahead for the future. Save up for your Grail watch. I appreciate you watching this video until the end. Please like it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, of course, that helps us out a ton. And today on my wrist, I'm wearing my G-Shock. I'm just going for a run right now. That's why I'm wearing a G-Shock. It's a perfect watch for that purpose. Also, in the description of this video, there is a secret link. Have a look if you're curious. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys next time.